Well, hello from the Grand Reserve Golf Club in Puerto Rico. It is the Puerto Rico Classic, the 2026 edition. Nick Gismondi, glad to be with you here as day number 2 wraps up. Head coach of Wisconsin, Mike Wilson, joining me. And thank you so much for the time. These days are long, and I know at the end of it, you don't necessarily want to hang around the golf course, but we'll take advantage of your guys hanging out on the putting green a little bit, Coach.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, the time's fine because it's 80 degrees outside, so I'm good with it.
Well, I do appreciate it. And speaking of that, I kind of wanted to start there. Obviously, this is such a destination tournament. It's a good way to sort of kick off that second half of the season. And for you guys, it's just got to be nice to get out of that weather.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of used to dealing with winter up there, and just to get into 80-degree temperature, knowing that's what it's going to be every day, it's really pleasant for us.
Take me through your team a little bit. I've had the pleasure to get to know him a little bit. Obviously, got a chance to really spend some time with Spencer. We had a fun time hanging on the hole. I got to meet his family today. And it sort of speaks to me, the culture that you're building there based on just the personality that I've seen out of him and the rest of your boys.
Yeah, Spencer's just a great kid. He was my first recruit at Wisconsin, and it's kind of crazy. Like it's his senior year. I felt like kind of just started, yesterday. And really good kid, great family. Coming from North Carolina, got us in the Carolina junior golf world pretty fast. I'm sure people don't know if you can come from the Southeast and go play golf at Wisconsin. We've done that pretty well. Kid from Florida on our team's leading our team, and just shows. We really try to get guys to choose the school for the academic aspect and for golf. We've got probably some of the best facilities in the country, so it's really cool.
Yeah, I want to talk to you a little bit about that and recruiting, but specifically for this tournament right now. Spencer at 2 under today, 2 under on the tournament. James Boosted at 1 under total, but 5 under today.
Yes.
What a great round by him.
Yeah, it's career low, bogey free. James probably struggled a little bit with his tee ball yesterday, and I think figured it out today, and really happy for him. He's been in and out of the lineup, the last 2 years, and it'd be nice to see him get more consistent so we can keep him in that lineup. He hits it really far, and his short game's amazing.
What's the difference for him today to have a career low in a place like this? As a man that's coached him obviously for a minute now, what is what you saw today, and what do you sort of tell him when he posts a number like that?
Yeah, I think for him, he just keeps the ball if he keeps the ball in front of him, he's going to play well. Iron play's amazing, putts it pretty well, and his short game's really solid. If his tee ball is in play, he's going to shoot a good score.
Your leader right now is Jason Schwartz, 2 under today, 6 under on the tournament. He's been consistent for you.
Yeah, I mean, this is his first tournament back. He was a freshman last year, played 3 events, then had to have double hip surgery. We thought we were going to get him back this fall, and then broke his collarbone. So we hadn't had Jason in a long time, and finally he probably got fully healthy around November. He did play 1 tournament for us in the fall as an individual, just to kind of get his feet wet. And we went out to Arizona for a training trip to get ready for this event, and he played really well in 2 rounds out there. And then he's been really solid. Yesterday, kind of an easy 4 under par, and today 2 under with just 1 bogey.
Tell me about how this golf course has evolved over the last few days. Practice round day, a little bit wet. Yesterday, a little bit wet. Seemed that it firmed up a bit today. We were hanging out on 16 most of the day. That green seemed probably one of the most firm on the golf course.
Yeah, the ball's starting to take a bounce when it hits the greens. I mean, the fairways are still, pretty soft. So much rain, but the greens are starting to bounce a little bit. Where practice round there was 0 wind, super soft. Today's wind was stronger than yesterday for the entire round, where yesterday we didn't have much wind at the beginning, and then it did pick up at the end. So I think the scores are probably a little bit higher. And it's situational what holes you're on. Sometimes that wind's helpful, sometimes it hurts. But, downwind, firm green, that's not an easy shot.
No,
Which
no.
you probably saw a lot of.
I saw a lot of that today. A lot of misjudging too. I think the overthinking starts to come in.
Yep.
A few guys attacked pins and got lucky, and they took advantage when the wind was dying down. But there were definitely a few that came up short in that bunker on the front left,
Right.
and then a few that sprayed on that left-hand side down into that catch area. So,
Yes. I mean, what a great hole, though. I mean,
it's fantastic.
It's really cool. Little risk reward, and you hit a good shot, you've got a great chance at birdie, but you don't, you make bogey.
Tomorrow, final round action. The weather's supposed to be right around the same as this. No apparent chance of rain tomorrow. So what do you expect score-wise from the field?
Yeah, I mean, I would think probably similar to today. It all depends on really how you attack the par fives, if you can get that real low round, if you can get double digits. And, you can get hot out here in certain stretches. And then depending on where you finish, like finishing strong is just a huge factor. I mean, we finished on 13, 14 today, one player on 15. And those holes can be difficult, and we played them well. So
this tournament has some heavy hitters, obviously, in it. The number one team in the country is Virginia, with the number one player in golf in Ben James. LSU playing fantastic as a number two team in the country. What are the advantages, for the rest of the field to be in against those guys when they're starting to play well like they are today? Virginia currently sitting at 35 under.
Right. I mean, you're getting to see the best of the best, and you can see how your game stacks up with them. You may not necessarily get paired with them, but you're definitely seeing like your scores versus theirs, and it's just good for everybody. This whole field is really solid. Every team's close to the top 100. There's a lot of really good players in college golf now, as you can tell. Every team's under par, and it's not a pitch and putt. Like, it's got a test to it.
We're going to have a PGA Tour event here in about 2 weeks' time. So, yeah, I would completely concur, Coach. You and I were talking before we got started just about the recruiting process, and just I've agonized over it, and it's no secret. I went through it with somebody very, very close to me in this last year, and with the rule changes and with everything that's sort of kind of impacting that. How has that adjusted what you specifically do at Wisconsin, and just what's your overview on how you handle that and what you look for in a young junior golfer that might be watching this?
Yeah, I mean, it's just been a lot of change, right, for everyone. Y'all went through it. It's kind of been that way for about 5 or 6 years now, and feels like something new every year. Hopefully, maybe now we're kind of know where we're at.
Sure.
But you kind of recruit out in advance, and with a roster limit of 9, like, it changes how you do things. My philosophy is probably like try to put as much into 6 or 7 guys, and we're going to go from there. Maybe clip a walk on here every now and then. Maybe an in-state Wisconsin kid or whoever. But I feel like with NIL, with revenue share, kids are getting more money, but there's less spots.
And I think it's difficult. I went through it obviously on the player side with the person, my godson, who's incredibly close to me. I have to imagine, and we talked about this, it's just as challenging on and emotionally a roller coaster, I would say, for the coaching staff as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, the amount of emails and phone calls and texts we get, and how involved you want to get with certain players or potential players, and that you may eventually have to say no to. And that's never fun. Players say no to us.
Yeah.
That's not fun either to get that phone call. It's fun to get the ones that say yes.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the same way on your side.
Yeah.
It's just tough. I mean, there are a lot of places to play, but kids and coaches think, well, this is my favorite. That's my favorite school. And then if you don't get it, it hurts.
Yeah. The agony and the ecstasy of trying to become a professional athlete, but first you have to be a collegiate athlete, and it's a journey no matter what.
Correct. It's a challenge.
Let's just talk briefly, and it'll get out of here. But what's the rest of your season look like? Where are the high points? What are you looking forward to? Where's the focus?
Yeah, we'll go from here. We go to the Schenkel Georgia Southern's tournament, and then we follow that right back up with a Minnesota host event in Arizona at the Wigwam, and then we play at Indiana mid-April, and then go to the Big Tens, which is in Pumpkin Ridge, Oregon this year. So, I mean, really our focus is just to try to get better each day, each tournament, really try to peak for Big Tens. I mean, we had a rough fall, So it's going to be a challenge, probably not possible for us to get an at-large bid this year. But we're doing the right things as a program. I mean, we're getting better each year. I really like the guys on the team, guys we have coming in for the future. And, you know, it's nice. Like tomorrow, we need to knock off some teams at least for the round of the day. You know? And that's, you know, small tournaments within the tournament are kind of important for us right now.
And you guys are right in it, obviously, at 11 under. Louisville at 14 under. Charleston at 14 under. Minnesota 17 under. Right. So make a move. Jump some spots.
You want to just kind of get hot. Let's shoot a low round, see if we can jump some people. I mean, I was pleased with today. I don't know what, 8 under today. We only made 3 bogeys on our counting scores. So that's good. Obviously, we didn't make enough birdies to get more in the mix of it. But, I mean, 3 bogeys
pretty
for
good.
Four players. We'll take that.
Pretty good, Coach.
Roll some putts in tomorrow and see what happens.
A lot of Badgers, of course, in the background rooting for you guys tomorrow. A couple guys in our crew certainly going to be very excited to see how you guys finish and jump up some spots, Coach.
Perfect.
All right, well, that is going to do it for us from day number 2 of coverage, and we can't thank you enough for being a part of it. It's certainly going to be an action-packed finish tomorrow with so many teams in the mix. Virginia at 35 under, LSU at 30 under, Ohio State at 28 under, Tennessee at 26, and Oklahoma at 24. We will have live final round coverage for you tomorrow beginning at 8:30 Puerto Rican time. That's 7:30 Eastern, and it cascades down from there. So put the coffee on and get up early with us here at babygrandgolf.com. We will have coverage tomorrow of those leaders, so we will take that for you just about a little after they tee off all the way to the finish, and then we'll have the awards for you. Make sure you check us out on all of our socials. We've got interviews, features, and a ton of great content up, so go ahead and check that out. If you missed any of the coverage today from hole number 16, go to babygrandgolf.com. You can see that on our YouTube page. Scroll through, watch all your favorite players, including the Badgers. It's all up there from hole number 16 today. We're covering it just the way you know Baby Grand does. All right, that is going to do it for us. Day number 2 in the books. It's going to be a battle royale till the finish. And we thank you so much for watching. For all of us at Baby Grand and for head coach Mike Wilson of Wisconsin, I'm Nick Gismondi. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you tomorrow for final round coverage from the Grand Reserve Golf Club and the Puerto Rico Classic in Puerto Rico.